Hare Krishna. Today our satsang is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 64th shloka. Lord Sri Krishna is saying to Arjuna, because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instructions, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this me, for it is your benefit. This is very important shloka because Lord Sri Krishna imparts knowledge to Arjuna. This knowledge is the basic of Hinduism, basic of spirituality, basic of Vedas and Upanishads. This is the most confidential knowledge. This most confidential, reserved knowledge is spoken directly by the master of all mysticism, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna himself. That is the beauty of the Gita. Gita is sublime in all respects. It is renowned and respected by all sect of people all over the world, all religions. Such a great knowledge is attained by Arjuna. And what was his qualification? What is the qualification of Arjuna to receive this knowledge? He was a great sannyasi, whether he was a great tapasvi or a great penance holder or a steward, whatever. No. There is no qualification befits. Arjuna has only two qualifications. One is devotee of Krishna. Another is a friend of Krishna. So these two qualities makes him top, make him dominate all other sects. He becomes eligible to receive such a great and confidential knowledge directly from the lotus mouths of Krishna. So such is the mercy of Krishna, and the same is confirmed by Lord himself in this sloka. Krishna is saying, because you are my friend. Here he is not even considering him as devotee here, but his friendship even dominates the devotional attitude of him. So Krishna is so affectionate to his devotees who takes him in any manner as a friend, mother, father, lover, or guru, anything. So he deeply respects that relation and pours all affection to him. And now Krishna here saying, because you are my dear friend, is not saying because you are very austere, because you are sannyasi, because you left everything, renounced. Nothing nonsense. Only this much qualification. Making Krishna yours is all required. So if you, with knowledge, with the grace of Krishna and Guru, come to the point that Krishna is very merciful, is a real friend of you. He is the Supreme God and only God. Then definitely Krishna can bestow same mercy on you as he has shown to Arjuna. And he will reveal you all secrets of Gita, which Arjuna received through the lotus mouths of Krishna. So what is the difficulty here? Because Krishna is ready to become ours. Why should not we become his? We already becomes to the material relations, and what we got is temporary relation are insignificant in reciprocation also. They will never respond in a manner to your expectations and calculations. So there is no fulfillment of heart and joy here within these relations. So you may never get fully satisfied by establishing material relations, because you yourself are spiritual identity, and what you need is a spiritual friend. And Krishna is the source of spiritualism. So he is the befitting friend for all of us. And what he demands from you, nothing. He is self-sufficient. Krishna don't want anything from you. Krishna wants only one thing from Gita, surrender. And after surrender, what Krishna wants from you is remembrance. Finish. There is no third aspect here. To remember him, you have to do the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, chanting, kirtan, reading books. But there are only two factors which works. One is surrender, another is remembrance. That's all. So these two things every soul has, and even if we do it, we will lose nothing. What remembrance, what mind and intelligence of us value in this world? No. If you invest it at some other place, what you will get? Nothing. So if you invest in Krishna, your remembrance, Krishna will lift you to the extent unimaginable and beyond your expectations. So such is the Lord Sri Krishna. So fools deride him, because only a fool can reject such a friend who is available without any cost. Even your material friends you maintain, you have to invest something for them if you meet him. But Krishna wants nothing from you. Krishna demands surrender and remembrance. That's all. So here in this shloka, Krishna is saying, because you are my dear friend, I am speaking this most confidential knowledge of all. In other words, you can say confidential of confidential. So explicitly, easily, Krishna revealed all the secrets to Arjuna only because of these two reasons: for his surrendered soul and his friend. So no other person can be such a merciful like Krishna. He is beyond imagination. And this knowledge is, Krishna further says, it is for your benefit. You see this. Krishna is not going to be benefited in any manner if we give knowledge to Arjuna. What Krishna will get benefit if we give knowledge to Arjuna? Nothing. Krishna is munificent, self-sufficient in all the way. We can't give Krishna anything. So Krishna is compassionate. And you people try to understand Krishna and try to surrender Him and receive His causeless mercy, which is flowing and flowing. So this knowledge which is for our benefit, Krishna spoken to Arjuna, and from Arjuna to till today it has come to us. So we all people got one more opportunity to surrender to Krishna and receive His mercy and blessings. And if one loses this opportunity, then he will be definitely a fool. Because such a great Lord, compassionate, merciful, who is eager, who is craving to make us happy, none other will be found either in spiritualism or in materialism. Even our nearest and dearest relations are self-centered and under the influence of time, they are temporary. So if you invest your faith in them, then you will be generally end with sorrow. So the same feeling you must attach it to Krishna, then you will be benefited. That is the outcome of this shloka. Thank you and Hare Krishna.